Who would have thought you could tour the entire country of Thailand in one day?
By golf cart, even. And here we are back again.
We're not going golfing, and we're not in Palm Springs.
Because anybody thought we were in Palm Springs.
We're at the ancient city in Bangkok. I just realized this is my first time driving in Thailand. On the wrong side of the road. We rented a golf cart because it's a huge outdoor museum.
It's, I think, 200 acres, and it is actually in the shape of Thailand, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's actually one of the largest outdoor museums in the world. So we got the golf cart because...
2 reasons.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
It's a lot of ground to cover, but I also wanted shade. And why not? It's a mode of transportation.
Yeah.
So.
And you can rent e-bikes, you can rent regular bikes.
You can take a tram.
Take a tram, or you can rent the golf cart.
You can also walk.
Yeah. So
let's go.
All right.
Some of the structures here are original and have actually been moved from their original site, like the dwellings taken from hillside tribe villages in the north of Thailand. Some are created based on historical evidence, such as the Sanpet Prasat Palace. This was located in Ayutthaya, but destroyed during the Burmese raids in 1767. The replica you find here at the ancient city is considered one of the most accurate reconstructions of the original palace, made with meticulous detail based on surviving records. Historians and architects collaborated on the design, and they relied on ancient texts, murals, and ruins to recreate the palace as accurately as possible. And then some are artistic creations designed by the museum's founder. Mount Sumeru, a sacred mountain in both Hindu and Buddhist cosmology, believed to be the center of the universe and the axis of all physical, spiritual, and celestial realms. It's surrounded by mythical creatures and deities, symbolizing the spiritual order of the universe. It's often referred to as the heart of the ancient city museum, as it symbolizes the spiritual core of the cosmos. At the summit of the mountain is a throne hall-like structure, symbolic of celestial beings and the residence of the gods. And then surrounding the mountain are statues of giant fish and mythical serpents, believed to guard the mountain and its sacred waters.
And some of the sites are based on Thai literature, like the Garden of Pra Apaimani, which recreates the mythical and fantastical world of the epic poem Pra Apaimani. It features statues and dioramas depicting key scenes from the story and is designed to transport visitors into the poet's imagination, blending lush landscapes with dramatic sculptures. Pra Apaimani is celebrated as one of Thailand's most significant literary works. It's a Thai epic poem about a prince with a magical flute whose music can subdue enemies. Along the way, he encounters mythical creatures like a sea giant and a mermaid. The labyrinth of pathways in the garden represent the journey that Pra Apaimani has taken in this epic poem. Incidentally, the poem is left unfinished, so the readers are left to imagine what further adventures Pra Apaimani gets up to.
This area is built as a traditional floating market, but it's no longer set up as one, so it's all empty.
It's not active right now.
It's not active right now. I don't know whether they will set it up again or not, but the area, the whole ancient city, has been used for filming of TV and movies. And
Movie sets.
Yeah, movie sets. And it feels like right now the floating market area is a movie set because it's empty.
Well, it's a little bit like a ghost town, but I can see what you mean. You can imagine like things happening on.
Yeah. I mean, it could be set up however you want, but for traditional Thai programming, that's what the area has been used as a set for, because it's got like such detail that is accurate to historical structures and way of life and whatnot.
Yeah. It's, well, I read that some of the structures in this area are actually the traditional houses and buildings that have been disassembled at their original sites and moved here.
Isn't actually some of this?
Yeah, in the floating market area. So I don't know
which one?
Which ones, but looking around, you can see some of the bridges are really ornate.
Yeah.
I'm imagining maybe that's it, or maybe it's some of the buildings themselves,
the houses or something. But
it's kind of cool to get that energy, that vibe from the surroundings.
The absolute original,
and the real thing. Yeah. It's really fun to sit here and kind of imagine that.
It's definitely a cool setting. You know what is amazing is that these are replicas, but they are stunning. Like the detail.
Yeah, it's so ornate. Like this building, it's got the main primary statue of the Buddha in front of it, I guess. But on the walls, there's thousands of tiny Buddhas engraved.
Yeah. Like the detail is just incredible. So if these are replicas, are they life-size?
Apparently some of them are. I don't know about this one in particular, but it certainly looks like it. Because it's huge, it's ginormous. Definitely awe-inspiring.
It totally is.
Okay, let's go find more.
Many people actually treat these replicas of sacred sites as sacred and do come here to pray. So I have covered my shoulders in respect for the sacredness of the place. I think it's a new style for you.
Yeah. I like it.
Yes.
It's roomy.
You don't have to pull them all the way up.
They are.
No, you don't have to. Leave them so that it's long at your ankles.
How do you do them?
I don't know, Scott. I've never worn those before.
Neither have I. So Okay. I think I got them on backwards.
Maybe. But at least they're covering your knees.
Yeah, I think I do have them on backwards, so I don't know why it's like that.
Okay, turn around. Yeah. It's good. It's good.
I don't know if that doesn't feel appropriate. Now, we've been to a few spiritual sites, and in some of them I've noticed of just a plain white thread that weaves in amongst the statues and the representations of Buddha. And I was really curious about what that was.
Scott just asked a couple people within this spot, and it is sacred thread that's been consecrated by monks.
Mm-hmm. And it represents wishes.
People's wishes for the job or the marriage or the baby.
Good life.
Yeah. That's so neat.
And it's intertwined amongst all the statues of Buddha in this temple or in this
sacred site. Yes.
Yeah. And I like that.
Yeah. It just brings such a specialness. Every time I see these white threads, I'm going to know that they represent people's dreams and wishes.
Yeah.
This is stunning.
Wow. That's so cool.
Which way do we go?
Where do you want to go? This way. Look at holy cow, all the roof, you know, all the roof structures. That would have been fun to build.
Oh, you think?
All those, they're not angles, they're curves.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You know, something that's quite remarkable, Scott, is that it's not very busy. Regardless of where we go, there's people, but not like packed people. Probably because it's such a massive space.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem busy. So the park has been around since the 1960s, and they're continuously upgrading and adding new structures to it. So depending on when you come, it's going to be a different experience.
The ancient city was thought of and developed by a wealthy philanthropist named Lek Biriafant. I believe I've said that as closely as I can to pronounce it. Really with the intent to preserve the history, the culture of the Siamese civilization. And what a feat. The Pavilion of the Enlightenment is actually the last project, I guess, that he had a part of. And yeah, it was started in 1963, the whole of the ancient city, yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's a real undertaking. And talk about a genuine philanthropic endeavor.
Totally. And what passion for the history and culture he must have had to create something like this.
Oh, what I really appreciate is that, he's trying not just to focus on one specific religion. He's or spiritual path. He's looking at sort of encompassing many.
In the Pavilion of Enlightenment, you'll see 500 statues, and all the statues are intended to represent all the people of different backgrounds
and faiths and
coming together in search of enlightenment.
That's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah. All under one roof. Pretty big roof, actually.
What a beautiful thing to be able to achieve that. And there's actually some hints of Burmese, I believe, and Khmer, different architectural styles, and a little bit of influence in the culture as well, brought in because it was apparently to showcase the relationship that people in Siam had with their neighbors. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
There's this specific pavilion is situated on stilts above water, and I had read also that the water throughout this open air museum also represents the importance of the water and the canals and the rivers that have for centuries supported the way of life in Thailand and Siam.
Yeah. And I read somewhere on our journey in the museum that the waterway also represents the ecological relationship that the Thai culture has with its environment. So the waterway also is intended to encourage, bird life and other wildlife to visit the park and play an integral part. Whew, that was a big day.
It's a long day for us because we're filming everything. But most people probably wouldn't have to be here as long as we were. But still very enjoyable.
It's a good half day.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Taking a golf cart, definitely recommend that. I think if you try to see the whole park on foot, it's going to take a very long time.
Bicycle or the e-bike, I think, would be just as good as You want your exercise, do the regular bike.
Yeah.
An e-bike and the golf cart are probably around the same pace, I would say. Maybe even easier to get into some of the nooks and crannies with an e-bike.
It was fun, though, in the golf cart.
Yeah. Sometimes when we're in a new city and we want to get our bearings, we jump on a hop-on, hop-off bus and try to get our feel for where some of the main attractions are. This is kind of like that, but it's for the whole country of Thailand. In fact, it's even shaped like the country.
Yeah. So it's worth it if you want to get your bearings, for one, but also if you are a history buff or you really want to get a sense or a feel for the cultural significance of a place, then this is definitely a must-do. It was a great day.
Really good. Thumbs up. And if you like this video, here's another one that you might like. And if you feel like binging, here's a whole playlist. Thanks for watching.